Every 9 seconds, a woman is assaulted or beaten. 1 in 5 teenage girls who have been in relationships has said that a boyfriend has threatened violence or self-harm if presented with a breakup. Every day, 3 women are murdered by their husbands or boyfriends. These statistics are real, and so are the stories involved. The following young woman agreed to share her personal story. Her story is not exaggerated in any way.
I had bad self-esteem growing up. My stepdad never really treated me that well and always talked down to me. I met Louis the summer before my junior year of high school. He was 6 years older than I was. We took it slow since he was moving to Oklahoma to live with his family for a while. By the end of my junior year, my mom agreed to him moving back and living with us as long as he slept in another room. I didn't think he would be back in time for prom, so I asked another friend who had just came out about being gay. My junior prom was awesome. I had such a wonderful time, and I wouldn't have changed a thing about it. We all danced the night away and enjoyed ourselves. We had no worries, or so I thought. I remember hiding the bruises. I remember getting into an argument with him and getting pushed down the stairs. I figured that I deserved it. I remember a few times before I would go to school, I would go and wake him up before I would leave and say goodbye. Some days, he just wanted sex, and I would say no, and he would just rape me. For my senior pictures, he picked out my clothes and informed me that he had to be in pictures with me, so that everyone would know that we were together. I never argued, why should I, when we were in love, and we were going to be together forever. My senior year really sucked. I didn't go to any school events or dances because that wasn't what Louis wanted. I didn't even stay for my senior prom. We got into a fight before we went in and after our pictures. I felt really sick, so we left. When we left prom, he started screaming at me, and I just kept apologizing and saying that I would make it up to him. Soon, I will graduate and we will live together by ourselves. After I graduated, we got our own place, next to my mom and stepdad's home. I remember so many arguments, getting raped, hit, and just being brought down. He held a hunting rifle to my head. He told me that if I ever left, he would shoot me. Then I found out I was pregnant. While being pregnant, he would remind me that he would find me and kill me and himself if I ever tried to leave. That way, he would not have to serve time. One night, while watching WWE Monday Night Raw, I started having contractions, but wanted to finish watching. The next morning, I had my baby boy, Randall. His cord was around his neck, and he wasn't breathing. They undid it and got him breathing. It was so scary. After that, when things would get bad, he started saying he would tie me up and threaten to kill everyone I loved, including our son, then me, then himself. My son was put into a vehicle by his father, thinking that he was buckled when he really wasn't. There were so many times that my son would fall out the vehicle and hit his head on the cement. Of course, it was my fault that it happened, and I would get beaten because of it. The day I finally got the courage to leave was in August 2003. He had a knife to my neck when I was nursing our son. He said if I made a noise, he would kill me. I screamed and kicked him. 2 people that lived with us got his attention, and I grabbed Randall and ran into the living room. Louis then grabbed Randall out of my arms and threw him on the couch. One of our friends got his attention, and then I grabbed my son and started to hide. Our other friend went and called the police. When they got there, they yelled for me and said it was okay for me to come out. One of our friends asked the police for handcuffs. They gave them to him, and he put them on Lewis and told him that he was under citizen's arrest. The officers took him into the car. Dealing with this has made me a stronger person. I'm now an advocate at the local women's shelter. I have moved on with my life and have a wonderful support system and family. This includes my loving husband and all of our children. The police department was so supportive and still to this day will ask me how my son and I are doing. They love watching him grow up. I want you all to know that it isn't easy to leave, but stay strong. You can move on. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. God would never give you anything that you can't handle. Talk to someone you trust, whether it's a friend, a parent, siblings, teachers, anyone who is willing to listen. I am a victim, and I'm a survivor.
And together we can end this. Abusers choose to abuse. Don't suffer in silence. It's not your fault. If you feel you don't have anyone to confide in, the National Domestic Violence Hotline is open 24/7. The website also has several tools you can use if you or someone you know is a victim. There are millions of people still hiding, and they need our help. Next time you're in a room full of people, remember the facts. They are the people who are close to us. Our moms, dads, brothers, sisters, children, co-workers, and even our friends. The silence and shame must end for good. Learn more about domestic violence and share your knowledge. You could save a life without even realizing it. Together, we can take a stand.